You wouldn't believe the new information about season 5 of Stranger Things that's coming out. I'm talking about not crazy leaks or clickbait spoilers, just little hints, lines of dialogue, and subtle details that make the story click into place in ways we never noticed before. When you start connecting dots, it's kinda mind-blowing. And honestly, some of it is kinda terrifying when you think about how it might end. Season 5 is about feeling a lot like Season 1, but darker. Not louder, but more focused. The story isn't about exploring random new locations or adding side quests anymore. It's about the people we've been following all along. The kids. Well, not kids anymore, obviously, but you get what I mean. Instead of jumping all over, the story comes back to Hawkins. Everything is drawing back to this little town where it started. The Upside Down are coming back into focus, and that choice alone changes the tone. It feels intimate, almost like the show is saying, this is where it ends. Hawkins has always been central to the story, and finally it feels like the stakes are being made personal, not just global. The Upside Down itself is going to get a much deeper exploration. We've seen it since the beginning, but we've never fully understood why it exists, how it behaves, or why it mirrors Hawkins in such a strange way. Something that fans noticed years ago now feels critical. The Upside Down looks like Hawkins on the exact day Will disappeared. The streets, the houses, even minor details are frozen in that moment. That isn't just decoration, that's pointing to something deeper. Which brings us to Will. Will's connection to the Upside Down has always been different. Even after the escape, after everything he has lived through, it never fully went away. He senses things before anyone else, acts when Vecna is close to him, and experiences the Upside Down in ways nobody does. Season 5 will explain at some point why he was taken first and why that connection exists. Once you see it, you realize Will might be much more central to the story than we ever suspected. Vecna isn't just some bad guy to be defeated. He's a character, a point of view. In his head, humans are shattered, untruthful, and fragile. He believes the Upside Down is much truer than the human world. And that's what makes him so scary. He doesn't believe he is bad. Every action that he does is rational in his brain, and because of that, nothing can stop him in his head. And in that respect, it places him directly opposite Eleven. Eleven's story seems to be at a breaking point. She's the one who opened that interdimensional door, and she may be the only one who can fully close it. But in closing that door, it could cost her something irreparable: her powers, her position in this fight, or even a part of herself she's never been able to let go of. Stranger Things has always had real stakes when it comes to sacrifice, and this feels like the moment that tests her in a way those previous seasons never did. Max, otherwise, is in a very precarious position. She's living, but she's really not there. Her consciousness is still attached to Vecna, and that attachment is potentially critical. Some fans believe she may be able to contact him on a psychic level in ways others cannot. At the same time, however, that attachment makes her vulnerable. Season 5 might finally show what it's like to exist between worlds, caught in a place where neither side fully accepts you. Then there is Steve. Steve's arc is one of the most interesting changes throughout the course of the show. He started as a selfish kid in high school, and now he is someone who would protect and fight for the group. That growth makes him a fan favorite, but it also makes him more vulnerable. Storytelling tends to push fully developed characters into perilous situations in the finale. The even thornier thing, of course, is the question mark hanging over Hopper's head. A man survived a nuclear explosion, been tortured in a Soviet prison camp, and generally endured enough to kill a normal man 3 times over. And now the story may try to break him in some other brand new fashion. The new season might make him finally confront the aftermath of all he has endured, both physically and emotionally. The group, the remainder of the core kids, aren't kids anymore. The actors have grown up, they are different, and what happens this season may very well change them irrevocably. There's also the emotional core. The fact that through the run of its series, Stranger Things has always dealt with themes of friendship, growing up, and coming to grips with the realization that life is not black and white. Season 5 seems ready to fully embrace that. It's not just about monsters or battles, it's the consequences of choices, the price of survival, and the bonds over years formed. Every relationship, every friendship, every conflict could have an outcome that changes the story forever. Some of these fan theories are insane already. They're connecting minor details from Season 1 to possible outcomes in Season 5. For instance, what if some of those minor characters hold keys to Upside Down's origin? What if there's more about Hawkins' lab than we ever knew? There are speculations about hidden messages and subtle hints in previous seasons, and possible surprises with characters thought to be minor. Stranger Things has done well rewarding viewers who catch on to small details, and it looks like Season 5 is about to do just that, in a big way. And that goes to the Upside Down's origin, which some theories tie to things older than Hawkins itself, possibly having to do with older residents or even previous experiments not mentioned previously. The show has layered its story in such a way that such speculation rings through as plausible. Season 5 might be that moment when all of that connects, and it would shift the whole look of the events of the past 4 seasons. Another important point is that this season seems to be bringing a lot of tension back to a smaller scale. Instead of sprawling locations or endless side stories, it centers on the town, the group, and the immediate threat. That makes it feel like the real stakes. You start thinking, if they lose, it's not just the world, it's their friends, their home, their lives. And that's always been the strongest part of Stranger Things. Season 5's also expected to deliver emotional payoffs for pretty much every character. Relationships we've watched grow over 5 seasons could be tested in ways that feel completely earned. Friendships, romances, and family might all be pushed to the breaking point. Some characters may have to make choices that change who they are. Others might face endings that aren't happy, but make sense narratively. And honestly, that's what fans have been waiting for. And finally, the emotional and thematic heart. Stranger Things has always been about growing up, facing fears, and accepting that life changes. Season 5 seems ready to take that and push it to the limit. The characters have grown with us, and this season might show how far they've come, what they've lost, and what they're willing to fight for. Hawkins will never be the same. The group will never be the same, and the viewers won't be the same after watching it either. So yeah, that's the picture we have so far. Season 5 is shaping up to be emotional, intense, and personal. Not just another battle with monsters, but the end of a story that's been building since the very first season. And honestly, that's exciting and terrifying at the same time. What do you really think is going to happen? Who's going to make it through that final battle? Who's going to walk away from it all changed forever? Which of our favorite characters might not make it? That's what Season 5 promises, to answer mending questions in a way that will feel earned, satisfying, and very real. Every choice, every relationship, and every secret from the past might come back in ways we didn't expect. And that's what makes this finale so highly anticipated. This is the chapter we've been waiting for. The story is coming full circle. Hawkins, the kids, the Upside Down, all of it's coming together. And whatever happens, it is just gonna linger with us for a very, very long time.